Welcome back to Trigger Time TV. I'm your host, Mike Lamb. This next segment, we're going to talk with Greg Lapin and Destin Mounts from VATA Group about bounding buddy drills.
Hey guys, Greg and Destin here with VATA Group. What we're going to demonstrate now is a break contact drill, what we call either bounding or break contact. This one's going to primarily be break contact. We're going to start up close. We're going to get contact from an adversary, from an enemy, and we're going to bound back, creating distance and getting off the X, as the term du jour is. We utilize this actually when we were doing high threat protection overseas. If we were walking with a principal, especially in an open area, we would always be looking where the next piece of cover is, where the attack may come from, and should we have taken contact, someone try to attack our team or our principal, we would go ahead, lay down, basically fire on our targets, on our threats, as we bound the team and the principal away from the X. Something that Destin and I have done and trained how many times? I mean, countless number.
Yeah, countless. I mean, and the mission's going to drive how this bounding drill is going to take place. Obviously, like Greg's saying, the high threat protection stuff that we did overseas, man, if that principle's behind us, I can't always just drop to a knee or drop to a prone. The cover for that individual might be my body armor and myself in between that guy. So, we're going to try to bound to cover when we can. In the military, the adage is, I'm up, they see me, I'm down. That's about the time you want to be exposed. But if you look down here, what we're getting ready to do, if I have a small piece of cover that I can bound a couple more steps to, then it's advantageous to get to that cover, utilize it, even if it is a low-lying curb, a telephone pole, something to put in between you and your adversary before you start laying hate back at them.
Yeah, this is a very, very advanced drill. Don't go run out to the woods with your buddies and go try and do it. You've got to get professional instruction on this, if it applies to your mission, your job. Don't just go out and try it. I can't stress that enough. So basically what you're seeing is you're going to see us patrolling down to an area to contact. We're going to call out contact, i.e. a threat has presented themselves. We're immediately going to gain fire superiority. Both of us are going to engage the threat with what Destin likes to call hate. All right, we're going to really, really suppress the threat, gain that fire superiority. As we've gained that fire superiority, one of us, whoever's the closest to cover, is going to go ahead and break off and move to that position of cover. Now, Destin is going to be waiting to hear my fire pick up so that he knows he's now being covered. We're still going to communicate.
Yeah, the communication's key. You're probably not going to hear it. If you're practicing this, you got ear pro on. If you're doing this for real with no ear pro, man, your ears are going to be ringing. You're going to be experiencing that auditory exclusion. But we're still going to say it's going to help break the tunnel vision. And two, you may hear it. So we're going to verbally, and then audibly give away those commands with our rifle, like Greg said, and then we're actually going to speak them too.
Yeah, and if you notice, each time we move positions, before we just blindly get up and run to our next position, we're going to scan, we're going to be situationally aware, we're going to look around, and then move to our position. We have various different pieces of cover throughout the exercise, and you're going to see us utilize different positions in those covers, whether it be the C-clamp, clamping down on top of our piece of cover, possibly a rollover prone, utilizing the vehicle behind us to the best of its ability as cover until we can move to something that's more definitive cover. So if you see a shot up wooden shooting table or a barrel or something, that is notional hard cover, and that's why we're hiding behind it. Even if it was concealment, it's better than being out in the open.
One thing too, you're going to see that we're going to bound back or peel, sporadically. He'll move, set up, I'll move, and we'll communicate. When we bound out, we're going to usually turn outboard. Mission will drive this, but for this setting right now, if we were both walking shoulder to shoulder abreast and we have contact front, it really does a disservice to peel inboard, because right now the threat's not coming from the inboard. Combat's 360. We're going to engage the notional bad guys down range, peel to the outboard side away from each other, securing our area, moving back to our points of domination, and then addressing the threat that's back down range.
There should really never be a lull in the gunfire. You should always be supporting your buddy by fire. As he's moving, I'm firing. As I'm moving, he's firing. If there's a lull in the gunfire and there's no fire and something's going on, if we've got cover and we're behind cover, remain there until we pick up fire superiority again before we move from position to position.
And one last thing, you're going to hear us communicating back and forth, whether it be reloading, malfunctions, set, or moving. We encourage you to develop your own SOPs with your unit, with your company, with your buddies. Short, clear, concise words. You don't need to say much, just one short word, which tells your buddy he knows what you're about to do and he knows that you're getting ready to do it.
For training like this, come visit VATAtrainingcenter.com.
Trigger Time TV is brought to you by Raven Concealment System, Troy Industries, Troy Defense, Seekins Precision, Aries Gear, Dark Angel, MGM Taxi, Keltec, R-Bros, Pro Ears, Yeti, Midland, Wiley X, EOTech, Black Hill, Bushnell, Trigicon, Dawson Precision, WW Guns, and Up Armored Knives.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'd like to dedicate this episode to the men and women proudly serving overseas and here at home, and to the families that support them. Guys, our hats are off to you, and we humbly thank you for all you've done.